Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Groomy5651 here, bringing you guys another Mortal Kombat gameplay on the PS3. And the first thing I'd like to address is the fact that this is a post-recorded narration compared to the ones I've done before, which have been live narrations. So I hope you guys enjoy this narration a little bit better than the others. If you do, just make sure to hit the like or favorite button, or both, at the end of this video, and make sure to subscribe and comment. So the first thing I would like to talk about is that as of Thursday at 11:15 a.m., I was officially out of school for my freshman year, so that is in the books, and my sophomore year will be coming up, starting a little bit earlier than my freshman year was. I believe it's starting August 29th, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Which means, because of that, there are going to be a lot more videos coming out. I'm going to be doing a lot more vlogs. I thought I was actually going to the beach this weekend, which is what I said, but it turns out that I'm not going until Father's Day weekend. So there's a couple more weeks until that. So anyway, there's going to be a few more videos. There's going to be a Fake Fight Part 2, which I haven't filmed yet, but I just got to get my friends over to film that. It's going to be just a little taste. It's going to be like a pool monitor type thing where someone's, I guess, talking by the pool, and then all of a sudden they just get tackled into the pool. It's going to be funny. I'm going to make it funny, and then I'm going to edit it with the new editing software that I just got. So that should look pretty cool. So the next thing I would like to talk about is the PlayStation Network. Now, as many of you know, a few months ago the PlayStation Network went down, and I guess close to a month ago it came back up. At least the network in general did, the online play. But the one thing that still wasn't up was actually the PlayStation Store and things of that nature. And last night, it turned out that after a couple of reports, the PlayStation Store was back online, which is pretty cool. So I went onto the store last night, and the way this PlayStation, I guess, appreciation program works is that I think what it is that you either get a month free of PlayStation Plus, or you get 2 free games that are downloadable. Now, some of the games I saw that I can remember are Dead Nation and Little Big Planet, and I believe there's another bundle for a game. I just can't remember what it is right now. But that's basically what you get for staying with the PlayStation Network, if you did. And I actually went on there to try and download them, and my store actually, in that perspective, still isn't working. I still can redeem my gift card for $20 on the PlayStation Network, so I'm not sure how much it's completely working yet. I'm going to try it again today and see if it works. But try that and leave it in the comments whether you could get your store to work. I believe it's back on in North America, for the most part at least, so that's pretty cool. The next thing I would like to talk about is a little sports update, in a way. As I told you guys in the last video, I'm a fan of the Eagles, the Phillies, the Sixers, the Flyers, and the Indianapolis Colts. Now, usually I wouldn't talk about football because, as many of you know, there has been a lockout, you could say, between the football players and the owners over the past few months now. It's been basically the players just want more money, and until they can come to some kind of agreement, there's just going to be a stalemate, and there's actually going to be no games until that gets worked out. So, usually I wouldn't talk about football because there's really nothing to talk about right now. I haven't really taken much interest in this lockout. But the one thing that was interesting, I was listening to the radio yesterday, and I heard that Brandon Jacobs of the Giants actually made an announcement for the Giants saying that when Plexico Burress, which I'll explain him in a minute, when he gets out of jail on Monday as a free agent, since he's not suspended for any games, he would like to be a member of the Eagles. And I thought that was pretty interesting to hear, because Plexico Burress is a good receiver. He's had some average years. He's had one good year. And I think that when it comes to the red zone defense for the Eagles, I think it'd be a great asset. But just to talk about him on a non-sports matter, a couple of years ago, he was in a New York City nightclub, and he was carrying a unregistered weapon. It was actually registered before, but 7 months before this incident happened, it became unregistered, or it expired. And he still took it to this club anyway, and accidentally he shot himself. So in a way, a stupid crime, but not necessarily a. It's not like he tried to kill anyone. So anyway, he had to serve a couple-year sentence, and he will actually get out of jail on Monday. And I just thought this was interesting to talk about, mainly because it would be cool. The Eagles have a lot of trouble. If you know about the Eagles, leave a comment on what sports team you're a fan of. But it would be interesting for the Eagles because they really need someone to help them in the red zone, because they have Deshaun Jackson, who, Michael Vick can throw it down the field to all day. And usually he'll catch it because it's kind of hard to outrun Deshaun Jackson, or outthrow him for that matter. And then you have Brent Selleck, who's a great tight end. You have Macklin. You have LaShawn McCoy. But then when you get to the end zone, you can't really throw a bomb. Selleck's okay. A lot of our receivers are just very small. And that can be okay for the most part, but we need someone big that we don't have to screen pass it when we get near the end zone, and we can actually just pass it in the end zone to someone like Plexico Burress. He is 34 and he has been in jail, but when you look at it, the way I see it, what he did was not as bad as what Michael Vick did. Because animal cruelty, that's just awful. So anyway, I think that Plexico Burress is not as in the wrong as Michael Vick was, and I think that if we were able to, I think the main reason he's doing so well is because people are able to accept him because he's playing really well. A lot of people aren't gonna want to be his friend or anything like that. They don't really want much to do with him, but as long as he's winning games for the Eagles, then it's okay. So I think that if Plexico Burress comes back and he plays well and he doesn't have any suspension, as soon as he gets out, he's fine. So yeah, as soon as he gets out, he will be a complete free agent and he will be able to do whatever he wants. And the fact that he wants to be a member of the Eagles, like I said, is pretty cool. So the advantages I see to this, there are actually a lot more pros than cons here. The pros I see, that he's a good receiver. He is 34, but he's a good receiver. He'd be great in the red zone for the Eagles. We could get him for very cheap, because the Eagles have always been a team that stayed under their salary cap very consistently. They're always good with that. And the point is, Plexico Burress, he's just looking for a job so that he can play football. He doesn't have any he doesn't have any job waiting for him when he gets out. That's what I'm trying to say. So the Eagles could get him, okay, we'll pay you, like we did Vic, $1 million for the first year and $5 million for the second year, but that's only if we want to. So I say you try him out for a year and see what happens, and maybe if he can deliver, because you think about it, over the past years, we've had a couple of examples where we haven't been the example of a gold standard football team character-wise. You had T.O., who, it kind of makes you wonder. Oh, guys, you may not want to watch this. This is pretty disgusting. Yeah, I don't like to do fatalities. They're just kind of weird, but yeah, that's what Jax does. So anyway, I'm gonna have to beat Jax again. I beat him this time. So anyway, as I was saying, it would be cool just to get him for cheap, just to see how it works. Have him as a third or fourth receiver, mainly for the red zone. He's just looking for a job, so he's kind of at our mercy a little bit. So I think to have him would be a great asset to the Eagles. But if you think differently, leave it in the comments below, and that could be like a question of the day or something like that, something to talk about in the comments. A lot of things, how you doing with the PlayStation Network, or do you just have Xbox or whatever? And then what do you think about the Eagles acquiring Plexico Burress? I know some of you aren't even from Philadelphia, and some of you may not care, but whatever. So the last thing I would like to talk about is basically I'm not necessarily. So I just actually yeah, here we go. The one thing I did want to talk about to end off the commentary is my editing software that I've gotten. I've downloaded a free trial of Adobe, a lot of different Adobes. There's a lot, but it's like a free trial for 30 days. So hopefully when I get this Fake Fight Part 2 video finished, I'll be able to edit it like crazy and make it a really cool video. So I hope you guys will like that. But I also got as a long-term type thing, which is what I'm using now, which is not necessarily more effects, just more of a narration type thing. I'm using VideoPad Video Editor Professional, which is actually free, free download online. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this video is almost over. We have a little bit less than a minute left. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, favorite it, comment on it, and subscribe if you have not subscribed already so that you know when I'm launching new Mortal Kombat videos and all of my other videos. I should be launching, I don't finish this fight, I should be launching my Fake Fight Part 2 in a couple of weeks, hopefully, depending on when I shoot it. And guys, that's about it. So make sure you leave in the comments how you're doing with the PlayStation Network, what you think about Plexico Burris. And guys, that is just about going to do it. So I will see you guys next week for another Mortal Kombat video. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.